What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wasted Attention. How's everybody doing? JD, what's
Pretty
up?
fucking awesome.
Good, man. Ivan, what you up to?
Same old, man.
Same old. Constant stuff is a good thing. You ever know fucking Einstein quoted that? No,
Yeah?
he did. No.
Sounds like something you would say.
Patent pending. Patent pending. We got a really good
Mike
episode
Patent
today. Mike Patent pending. Yeah. Guys, I want to talk to you about a band.
Easily a top 3 for us, I'd say, right?
Easily.
Yes.
We definitely fucking
Easily.
bring them up all the time.
This has been a long time coming.
We have another one on deck eventually. Now
Yes, we
Yeah.
do. This one's been a long time coming. We're talking like fully erect, like pre-cum glistening, veins popping out, ready to come. Okay, you ready?
we're bleed for the shit.
9 studio albums. Okay, 2 live albums,
It's my lucky number 9.
13 singles, 15 music videos, 4 silver albums in the UK.
Dude, I tried to look up fucking albums.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good
Yeah.
luck finding them.
It's
'cause
hard.
The highest one, from what I saw by far, is Burn My Eyes.
Wow. Well, you just gave it away.
Yeah, he totally gave
Fine, that's fine.
Edit
Were
that.
you going to save that for, were we going to do trivia later?
No. I was going to say over 3 million records sold worldwide. Okay?
3? We're
Yep.
up at 3? Okay.
Gentlemen, we're going to talk about Machine fucking Head. Let's give it up. Machine Head.
I'm going to bleep out that part.
Machine Head 94 to 2006. That's it. That's all we're clapping for. I'm kidding.
That's even before the blackening.
Yeah, dude.
You ass.
94 to 2000. What did I say? 7?
You
6.
said 6.
2006. All right, guys. In all honesty, this is going to be an in-depth review of all of Machine Head's discography. We're going to get real weird. We're going to be real fucking opinionated because that's not a shocker to anybody listening to this.
Yeah.
What's
What
up?
else do you tune into if not our opinions?
Exactly. We're going to jump right in. We're going to go album by album. We're going to rank them out of 10 because I don't do math, but this time I want to do math, and I want to do it out of 10. Okay?
I got nothing to to show for you,
We're
man.
going to give the honest, gritty
going.
opinion. This band is many reasons why we've picked up instruments and have played what we play.
Yes.
I'm fucking ready. You ready, Ivan?
Yep.
Let's fucking do this. Burn My Eyes, guys. 1994.
1994.
1994.
Came down.
Exactly. That's from the thing.
Yeah.
Fantasy Studios in Berkeley, California.
Berkeley.
I've never been there.
Me neither.
JD, I'm turning the panel to you. Give me one awesome song and one song you didn't like.
I know what you guys are gonna say, or at least Ivan's gonna say. So I'm gonna go Nation on Fire.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Fantastic.
That's God, old. Well, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys speak your piece before I jump on the rest of it. But the one I liked the least, man, it'd be between Realize, and then
I agree on that one.
What the fuck is Rage to Overcome?
Yeah. I could tell you why you're wrong on that. Ivan, what do you got?
Davidian, man. That's my
Davidian?
all-time
That's
favorite.
your all-time
dude.
favorite?
Yes.
Okay. And you were saying you were agreeing with JD there about Realize.
Yeah, but the Rage, dude, that riff is
Yeah,
killer, man.
I know.
I just think it just it just drones on too long for me.
But it comes together so beautifully, though.
I like beats. I don't like you got to jam on the toms a little bit and then go into a beat for me. I can't if something's jamming on the toms too much, I can't catch it as much.
Okay. That was Chris, though. There's a lot of shit that he just jammed on those toms, man.
Yeah, fair
It's
point.
fantastic.
But, yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I love that riff, though.
That's so good.
Blood
Rage to Overcome for me and Blood for Blood.
for Blood,
Blood
dude.
for Blood's
Sick
my
intro.
fucking jam. Yes.
Thrashy-ass riff.
Yes.
Yes.
God, I just
This
want to
is-
like fucking...
see. The one after this, I want your opinion on because this seems like the Thrasher album for you, which
Yes.
is everybody that's listening knows that you love your thrash.
I do.
So
Gets me
I'm
real
curious
horny.
why you come to the conclusion that you do later on.
Okay.
we're gonna get to it.
Okay.
I'll let you.
Realize. I just pointless. I didn't think that needed to be on there.
It's clever.
Yeah.
It's good. It's cool.
You know,
It's just not for me.
I saw a meme that showed that, and it said that this was like a piece of graffiti in California that's been around for years. I'm wondering if like Rob's like walking to fucking Jack in the Box. one day.
Probably, man.
Yo, I'm gonna do that. Shush. That's what he does a lot.
Block. What do you think of Block?
I like Block.
man.
I like Block. It's
like it.
the intro's a little bit long for me to what it ends up going into, but it works somehow.
The only thing. It's a killer riff and everything. Everything's cool. I just. It's the vocal pattern is probably my least favorite, but it's an awesome song.
A little choppy.
It's a little too much.
Yeah,
But he's got all these points he's trying to get into a certain amount of time. So
I get you. Oh, that album is so good though. I have to obviously I mean this is what's hard for me because I can like say, well, that was good. All this album was good. Like you know, I'm gonna talk about None But My Own. Just I can't get over that song. Is so good. That
It's
build up.
so heavy and dark and
it is. I'm Your
evil
God
and
Now.
thrashy. But it sounds like it's interesting because like they just evolve and it's stuck in this time for me. So
Yeah,
it's the only reason why it's probably not number one.
I get you.
But yeah, I just for out of the gate, it's pretty intense.
It is.
Like for debut albums, it's probably maybe one of my favorites.
I could
If
see
we're
that.
thinking,
I'd
like,
agree
big
with that.
Name
Yeah,
brand like bands like debut albums. Man, this might be number one.
it's all about the
Yeah,
incarnation,
it's
man.
pretty solid.
If you think about it,
Yeah. Because they don't really. I honestly don't think they like even like. All right, new album aside, Bloodstone and Diamonds. You know, I do like that album, but okay, let's just go from the Blackening.
Let's
compare
let's,
the two
let's-
to
yeah.
Blackening. They didn't go too far away.
going from there on,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah, it
So,
definitely
like,
fits that.
they're pretty solid.
So right now we're talking about Machine Head. We're not talking about Robert Flynn announces Machine Head.
Well-
You know what I mean? Like this is still the organic.
We're still in the dark about what he's going to do going forward.
Right.
And I definitely want to do another episode to touch on everything outside of the albums. So maybe we can still do that if
Yeah.
people are actually interested in it.
I'll talk Machine Head all day, man.
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of 10, Ivan.
Oh man, I would give this one 8.
8. JD.
Yeah, I'm thinking either 8 or 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
9.2.
9.2.
9.2.
Interesting.
Absolutely. 9.2 all day, baby. God bless that record. God bless you for listening to this show. We appreciate everybody. Next up, guys. The More Things Change, 1997.
1997.
1990.
Jesus came down. No.
You can't keep doing it. But I still want
I'm
you
gonna
to.
do it on
I
every
still want you
album.
to.
2018.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start off coming right out and say I like this album better than Burn My Eyes.
Do you really?
I do. There's something about it that I put over it. I don't know why. It's not as thrashy, I don't think.
No.
Maybe you can elaborate on that, but
Yes.
for me, Spine is one of my favorite.
Yeah, buddy.
God, it's such a fucking cool riff. It's got that middle breakdown, which I think is what does it for me.
Oh, yeah.
That solo that Logan does, fucking tasty, and it just brings it all the way down to almost fucking nothing,
Yep.
and then it brings it back up again.
Yep.
With Rob doing these highs that he usually
I love it when
You don't really
when
hear
he
much
says
from
I'm
him.
not.
Exactly.
That part.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, so good.
Would you say this is like his Phil look with the shaved head?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
on Take My Scars, he's got the shaved head. On fucking 10-Ton Hammer, it's the long hair still. God, that's a fucking riff too.
Yep.
It is, man.
That's
It's-
one of my favorite ones off this album. is 10 Ton.
Blistering, Blood of the Zodiac. Dude, oh my God, everything on this. My least favorite. If I'm giving you a least favorite, I would probably say I'm gonna go Violate. Not that it's
Yeah.
bad.
Space filler.
If I'm being honest with you, back in the day when we had our little band, fucking Again and Again was kind of based on Violate.
Really? Oh. Yeah, I can see that.
I forget what the words were, but yeah,
Huh. That's interesting.
a little tidbit for nobody that gives a shit.
I love tidbits. I love the pineapple tidbits that come in the can. You guys ever eat them?
I don't eat pineapples.
I eat them like a piece of shit out of the can. I don't even put them in a bowl. Then you gotta make a fucking bowl mess. Ivan, what you got for this album, man?
Rating?
Well, no songs. We're talking about songs
Oh,
right now.
dude. 10 Ton Hammer has
Yep.
like a sweet ass riff.
Yep.
The front lines, I like the intro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, really like the riffs on that one too. Spine, we just talked about
Yep.
that one. And Blistering, the dentist drill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a cool ass
And
bass
it's
riff.
kick ass riffs. Like
There's
the
just
whole album's full
I think
of
there's
kick-ass
energy
riffs.
to this album.
There is.
that isn't there throughout the whole album of Burn My Eyes.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's more together. It's more cohesive. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just straight thrash. You starting to introduce the hooks with the singing. Not that there was some on Burn My Eyes. Obviously, we know that. Like I'm Your God Now, I felt that way.
Yeah.
But it's that more grown up sound where they've kind of fine tuned what Machine Head's going to be, right? Dude, Blood of the Zodiac, we didn't even mention.
Yeah.
Well, fucking unbelievable. They still have the thrash, but they still have
so
the...
fucking dark, too.
It is so dark, right? It's so, like, bouncy, like where that Machine Head gets into that more fun stage with the next album. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to jump right into it. This was a fucking perfect 10.
This is your 10?
This was my 10.
This one, if I'm rating it, I would probably give it at least a 9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At
I'd
least
say 8 on this one.
8
as
out of
well.
all.
Yeah.
Dude, so good. Tidbits. Logan quit during the tour.
During the tour?
During
Okay.
the tour.
Yeah.
So it's still credited to Logan on the record. And I didn't know Aru came in during this tour.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they because the record label, I believe, said here you go, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think.
Really?
If I remember correctly. I could be 100% wrong.
Welcome Dave McClain, though.
Yes, this was his 1st album.
It was fantastic.
Fuck.
So good.
Dave McClain.
How you doing, Dave? I'm good. How are you, man?
Dude, it's Dave McClain.
Fantastic. I don't know if you guys want to touch anything more on this or touch me, but we can move on if you want.
The only other thing I guess to touch on is Struck a Nerves on there and then
Yep.
fucking Down to None.
So good.
Even for a slow song that usually probably wouldn't be right up my alley, it's so fucking heavy.
It is. The progression, I can't say that enough, man.
Yeah.
They know how to do it.
Bend down, straight
They know how to
going.
tease you, but you know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know? God, so much talking about dicks, teasing. Burning Red, 1999.
1999.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Jesus came down. He rapped.
He rapped.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This one, this is probably the first album I bought from Machine Head.
Okay.
But all in all, I'm not feeling it.
No?
Not
Nothing at
all
all?
together. No, this Silver's good.
Mhm.
Blood, Sweat, Tears is good.
Sounds
5.
awesome live.
5. I think 5 is the one I'm thinking of. That's another good one. But for most part, there's just nothing that catches me. Message in a Bottle. You know how I feel about Message in a Bottle.
We know how you feel about
I
Stephen.
think that's a solid cover in my opinion.
I do too.
I was at work listening to it one time, and then the guy in the bay next to me came over. He's like, "Man, I do not like that song, but that cover was pretty hip."
That's
good.
I just don't like the Police or that song.
No. I thought they did a good job on it.
I'm sure they did fine.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears, I know you've mentioned before. You always like seeing that live,
it's
man.
yeah, dude, it's energetic.
Yep. It's fun. That's all it is.
Yep.
Of course, everybody's going to shit on this because everybody thought Aru brought in the whole rappy influence, but it's 1999. You know what I mean? You're competing with Limp Bizkit. You're competing with Kid Rock, Korn, all that. Product of the times, man.
Although they didn't rap.
Exactly.
I realized that's what you were going with in that part. I was
but
like, wait,
there's
wait.
influence. There's touching on it. I'll tell you right now, the most Machine Heady song off of this album was "Devil with the King's Card." And if you're not familiar with it, you get.
I've heard it plenty of times. I don't remember it.
So good. And I feel for you because the lies they fall.
Oh yeah,
it's a good one. Rumor is that Rob wrote that about Logan.
I remember you telling me that.
Logan.
Makes sense.
Oh, Logan.
Logan.
R.A.P. R.A.P. to Professor X. Oh, that was so bad. Oh my God, I fucking teared up like a baby during Logan when Logan came back in to get Professor X off the bed after the new weapon had killed him. He's like, "It wasn't me. You felt that." Like, I'm getting goosebumps right now, like you, thinking about that, because he was confused. He didn't know what was going on, and he had the dude coming in that looked exactly like him, and he thought it was him. He's like, "It wasn't me." Like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry right now. Fucking one of the best movies I've seen.
it's one of Science favorites because it's got a daddy-daughter element to it.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh my God, I see what when they were talking about in the Wolverine when they were like, "What do you see for the end of your life?" And he says, "I see a pool of blood holding your life in your hand," and it was him holding his daughter's hand.
And that's how Rob felt about Logan.
Yep. Yeah. We're
what I
back
do.
now.
That's what
Such
I
a good
do.
movie. Such a mediocre album. Ivan, what's your score?
Score?
Yep.
I'd give it a 6.
6?
I'd go 5.
5? Damn.
Yeah.
You really didn't like
It's
this.
in the middle, man. It's 50-50.
7.7.
7.7.
7.7. Yep.
7.7.
You had From This Day, you had Blood, Sweat, and the Tears, you had the commercial aspect of it, I'm looking at it from the fun aspect of it. I'm not going to shit on it. Desire to Fire, that still gets me fucking pumped up in my car, man.
That is a good song. Rob flows, man.
He does. He knows how to flow. It's a fun record, man.
You're allowed to have your opinion. That's all I'm saying. I remember Exhale the Vial only because of the singing part.
Yep. That's where he really came in with that.
Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the words. If you can't tell.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only part I like in that song. that I go back to.
And the Burning Red's a good song too.
Yeah, it's a good slow song.
Yeah, there's a lot of meaning to it.
But I can't say much else.
Yeah, all right.
Silver. Did I say Silver?
You did.
Yeah,
That's probably my
started
favorite
off.
one.
Is
yeah.
it? I could see that. I could see you saying that. Supercharger. 2001.
It's definitely more threat. Oh,
Stop.
2001.
Yeah.
Jesus came down. I got nothing for
If you wanted to be topical, the towers came down.
Oh, that's what fucked this up a while.
It did. It did. I knew you were going to touch on that.
That's true. Good. You got to say it. Fuck it. It happened.
Crashing Around You.
Yeah.
those who
What a
don't know.
fucking single to put out, right? Man, the metal gods were against him that day, right?
They were.
Jesus.
They were.
Rob Halford looked down on him and said, "No, sir."
For those of you who do not know, Crashing Around You was the single off of Supercharger, which had a lot of controversy because Crashing Around You, people thought that resembled what happened with the towers, which is fucking...
They weren't ready to talk about it.
No, this is the liberal media for you. Something that was filmed way before this shit even happened. The song that was wrote even way before this happened. They In This River that song, pretty much. I'm going to say it right now. In This River, I'm mad that they used that for Dime. You already had that song. It was already released.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So that's why I say the In This River, this song. Okay, Buildings Fell Down. It probably wasn't the best thing to put out, but it had nothing to do with it. The song wasn't about...
Like, the thing is, everything is planned out months before that shit happened. I'm
Right.
sure, I don't know exactly when this came out, but it had to have been right about there. They
I
were
think
just
2 or
getting
3
ready-
week window.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when something like that, no one knew how to deal with that because that's like the first time anything happened like that. You know what I mean? So, of course, people are going to whatever. Anthrax. I don't know if you guys remember.
It was that whole thing where they were...
The Anthrax
People wanted to
scare.
push them to change their name.
Mm-hmm. Did you remember what they changed their name to?
No, I thought they weren't going to
They did for like a show. They made a backdrop and everything with the
I
font.
remember hearing about this. What was it?
Basket full of puppies. Because they're like, oh, you want something that's cute?
Fuck it.
Once again, they were around way before the scare happened. I don't know.
Eat a bag
Way
of
to stick
dicks.
to your guns. I like.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Eat a Satchel Richards.
Satchel of Richards. A lot of sensitivity going on. Song had nothing to do with it, but of course they had to pull it. It was a huge fucking mess, which around the same time is why obviously Pantera had kind of disbanded. They were overseas. Everybody had to come home, and that was just kind of it.
Killed a lot of shit.
It did, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bullshit. What happened?
But I guess if we're digging into this album, how do I feel? I feel it's a little... Yeah, I probably prefer this one over Burning Red.
Yeah?
Me too.
But it's not great. My favorite... I'd say either Trepanation or Supercharger.
Okay.
But, Bulldozer's on there.
Bulldozer's
It's a
one I
live
like off there. It's
classic.
pretty good.
It's a staple. They always play that fucking song.
Mhm.
Crashing Around You I like. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a couple slow songs that I don't mind. Only the Names is kind of interesting, and slow one down at the end of the album. I forget what it's called, but it's got raindrops and shit. It's right after Trepanation.
Okay. They weren't
I can't fucking think of the name.
Oh.
It's an okay song.
It's after what?
After Trepanation, I think. Trepanation?
Trepanation sounds like a trivium song.
Deafening Silence.
Yes, there you go. Thank
There
you.
you go.
Thank you.
You see what they did there? You see what they did there? Deafening silence. That's an oxymoron. Ah!
English majors.
Ivan, what do you got? Anything on this album that you liked?
Bulldozer.
Yep.
Pretty much everything you guys just named.
Mm-hmm.
American Highs, give or take.
Is that the one where it's like,
Yeah. Smoking at the bathroom.
That might be the worst Machine Head song for me, because it's that Tarzan fucking yell, but then the riff is that too.
Yeah.
That's where it was just generic. That was that generic new metal.
That's
riff.
rough.
Yeah. Time to say. I don't know. They all kind of fell for it. Bulldozer Supercharger for me. I'm going 6.0, and that's generous. That's real
I
generous.
think I'm probably right about that. I think I would give it a 6.
No.
Did you say yours, Ivan?
Not yet. I was also going to say 6.
666.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, because we're metal. It's a
Exercise
metal
this album.
podcast. Hey-oh.
Oh,
So we had a little bit of a break for 2 years.
almost broke up.
Yeah, almost broke up. Had all that bullshit going on with the Roadrunner.
Mm-hmm.
The 2003 brought in Phil the first time. Jammed with them for a little bit. It was released in 2003 in Europe only via Roadrunner Europe.
That was the
Roadrunner.
only people that would sign them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roadrunner US was like, hey, this is a really good fucking album, way better than your last 2 albums, you pieces of shit. So
Where
what-
was this at?
Right? So come on back, and they're like, no, Rob's like, no, we want to own the rights to our songs. 2004 comes out in America, completely blows everybody away.
But the American version has Seasons with Her.
Seasons with Her, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd hold out for Seasons with Her as well.
Mm-hmm. That's a fucking da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's
That's a good
nasty.
one.
That's nasty. Nasty. They're back, baby.
So what year did this come out?
This was 2004.
2004. Roadrunner came back.
But to be honest with you, this should have been 1999. If we're going the progression of what Machine had, what I wanted it to be.
Oh, what you wanted?
hmm This could have, if you listen to this album, it could have came after. Why can't I'm blanking because I'm in my shit.
Talking about Burning Red?
No, More Things Change. It could have came after the More Things Change, chronologically speaking.
But where would you put the Burning Red?
Probably now because it's in my I don't give a shit category. But I still liked it though. No disrespect, but it really seems like it. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion. That one Vine. Fucking awesome, dude. Like to hear that McLean did all these like in one take or one day, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He's
just
awesome,
nailed
man.
He's fucking
He's a
really
machine.
awesome.
Ooh, man. So where do I start? What is my favorite track on this one? Maybe I'm gonna go Vim. Maybe
I knew you were gonna say them.
I think it's either that or maybe Seasons with Her. I think I might go with that
Drums
one.
in the beginning of him.
Yes, I just think all from start to finish, Vim probably the one on this album for
Yep.
me. Because I think obviously somebody else is gonna say it,
Pretty
but
good.
You have to. You have to say it. You have to say the I word.
But before I pass it on to you guys, my lowest point is Wipe the Tears.
I have that on there as mine.
Best Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, not a fan of that one. Ivan, what you got?
Imperium with this badass intro.
Yep.
Oh, so
Obviously.
Ooh, it's
It, dude.
let's
Every
see.
time.
it speaks for itself.
Every
Bite
time.
the bullet.
Yes.
Let's see.
I have that on there too. High five because you're too far away. But you got really long arms though.
Long dick too.
Giggity. Let's see. I like how he sings little and then the music starts, chugging in toward the end when he's singing his part.
For Bite the Bullet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good song.
And then Left Unfinished, like I'm assuming it's xylophones. It could be a music box in the beginning. Not 100%
Yeah, it sounds
sure.
like one of them like I forget what you call it, but you open the box and it's
Yeah,
like a
it's
little
a
tiny
music
dancer
box.
in or something.
Yeah.
It's a little wind up music box.
Little
type thing.
ballerina in there.
Yeah, I love that. Like even when like Mushroom Head, they got wow, drawing the blank right now. But yeah, that song's awesome too.
Oh, that's great.
But back to Machine Head. I'm not even sure how to say it. Elegy.
Yeah.
That's a good one too. I forgot about that one.
Dun, 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 dun. I like
That's
my favorite part
fat.
on that one's fucking the singing part in the middle.
Yep.
Seasons Wither. All Falls Down.
Oh, but what about the intro to fucking In the Presence of My Enemies? Dun, 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 dun. That's got
Dun,
my
dun,
favorite
dun.
solo on the album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that Rob or is that Phil?
That's Phil.
That was Phil. Phil?
That one's got Jost on it too.
Oh,
like 2 lines.
Is that really
Two
him?
lines,
yeah.
I used to always think that sounded like Josta.
Son
Yeah.
of a bitch. That's right. Man, going back and visiting this, man. I'm going to say it right now. Favorite fucking track off of that album?
Last track.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Nope.
That's
I got
yeah.
shit.
Shades of
written
Night,
down right here.
baby.
Send the Shades.
That's where they're fucking going. That's a lead off into what Machine Head's
Beautiful.
really gonna be.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Phil and fucking Rob playing together, and just a taste of what's to come.
I mean, like, I just love beautiful music, man. I don't care
Mhm.
what it is. It's so beautiful.
dynamic. Like it takes you from so many different places, but it's not boring for me.
Right.
Like I'm a guy that can listen to long music. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Everybody with their bitch ears that don't listen to metal probably. This song is 8 minutes. Yeah, but do you know what it does in fucking 8
Right.
minutes? Jesus Christ.
It's not what they said. It's how they made you feel.
Exactly.
That song makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
One of the times we saw him, it had to be at that same House Blues show we were just talking about. He started, because Rob
just
had to
strums
stand
it.
up. He's strumming
Mhm.
up. And I remember I was like, oh, yeah. And Rob was like, yup. Because I was right in the front. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. I was like, you're cool. I love you, Rob.
And he sits there, strums it, and he kind of talks about it. And it's like, and then even in the middle, it's like, "Are you happy to be alive?"
Right.
Or you something, whatever he says.
So beautiful.
He's way better at banter than I am.
Death shines for golden light. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then Deuce was really singing some backups,
He was,
not just
man.
kind of screaming, but yeah.
Deuce, man, having
what
fun.
What can you say about this one?
Honorable mention though, Bite the Bullet, man. It's so good. I remember the first time I heard that song was they were playing it in Guitar Center before the album was out. I was like, "Ooh, who is this?" I was like, "It's Machine Head?" Because you're still coming off a Supercharger.
This is would you say this is the first one that we all heard collectively?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we all, I don't think I ever heard of Machine Head until we saw the Imperium video.
Well,
I remember it must have been at Red Sister's house.
Red
It
Sister's
was.
house. We were
all
watching that
big-
video.
Music Choice or whatever.
You know,
or
to get real
whatever.
condescending here, I knew Machine Head, but my cousins were really into them.
Yeah.
But it was never like, oh, I know for sure. Like I knew Davidian and I knew Crashing Around You because of that bullshit. I swear to God, when I saw that video for the first time, I was like, what the fuck is Tommy Lee doing in this video? I honestly thought it was Tommy Lee because he had the bandana and everything. I was, this band sucks. And I still think that song sucks. I just don't like it.
Which
it
one
didn't
was it?
click me. Crashing Around You.
You don't like
that.
the song?
I don't.
It's a good jam.
I make fun of my wife every time she has it on because I'm like, "Hi, I'm ya." I can't.
It starts off a little rough if you really want to overanalyze the vocals, but it's a good jam, dude. I wouldn't say it's a good jam.
I think it's a better
good song.
live jam if you're subjected
it's
to
got
have
some
to
energy.
sit through for the 4-hour show.
As you did.
Definitely, those songs off those two albums are fantastic jam live songs.
Yep. Right here. Give it to me. Yes. Ivan, what's your
Yo.
score?
Well, I'm lost right now. What are we on?
Through the Ashes.
Oh, wow. I already
We're
went
on
ahead.
Wasted Attention podcast.
I just woke up. I would give this one... Damn, that's hard.
That's what she
I know.
said.
It's so hard.
I was going to say 7. I'd say 7.5. I'll give it
7.5?
5.
I'll give it an 8 point. I'm gonna go 8.5.
At 8.4.
Yeah.
And I'm not changing it like they do on Price is Right. I'm like, I literally had it here.
Nice.
Interesting, but welcome, Phil. Short-haired Phil.
Yes.
Stocky Phil.
It's been so long since I've seen short-haired Phil.
Mm-hmm. What a great opportunity. Little did he know what was next in our chronological story. But I concur. Not possibly, the decade of 2000 through 2010, and the best fucking metal albums. The Blackening,
Yes.
2007.
2007. Jesus came down.
I don't even know where to begin.
Ooh. What was the first one we heard off this? Was it did we get a was it Aesthetics of Hate?
I want to say it was Aesthetics for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I think so too.
Worst song of the record for
I
me.
probably got it from you. You probably sent it to me or gave me something.
Telegram.
Somehow I
Back
got it.
then, we had to
Yeah.
use Telegram. We didn't have phones. We
I had
didn't
that
have
album
technology.
burned for a long time.
I hated that song. I still hate it.
How do you hate that song?
I think it just is capitalizing on Dime in the wrong way. I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think it's just being pissed off about what it was about, what somebody said.
Exactly.
It's just like, fuck you. Who the fuck you think you are? Type.
It just didn't come across organically for me. It just feels kind of like that one song where you know it's coming, and I just don't think it was presented in that way. It's just not. I don't know. And plus, I think it's boring. Except for the.
You think it's boring?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. And I don't know the way
You're
that
the thrash guy.
I know. It's just
Yeah.
not thrash. It's not thrash to me.
Yeah, all right, and even my favorite part is the middle part.
Yep, that's all it is.
That is sick. dude.
The epic fucking guitar solos and stuff.
Leave out the rest. I just hate the way that it flows, and it just I don't know. It
Even
just,
the end where it's like somebody.
dun, 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 dun,
What was it, the Strike You
dun,
Down?
dun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
May the hands of God
Yeah,
strike
thank
down.
you. May the hands.
I love Dime. We all know that, but just the way that it was presented, it could have been in a different fashion. For
We
me.
should do Pantera album ranks. Oh wait, we already did that. You guys should probably check it out. Humble brag. You got to do some self promotion.
Let's go back and see how Animal strays from the numbers again. I just didn't like it. I just felt corny. That's all it is. It felt corny.
I don't feel any corn in this,
No?
dude. No.
No.
Boom, boom, ticka, boom,
And
boom.
Fieldy comes out like.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. Every time they play it, I'm like, God damn it. I still want
Really?
I just
Dude,
don't
man,
want to
this
hear
song
it.
rips, dude.
Interesting. That's an interesting take from you. I didn't expect that at all.
I know.
My favorite song. Oof. I'm going to go either Wolves or fucking the last one, Farewell to Arms. I'm going to go Wolves because it's probably a little bit more thrasher and has my favorite solo on the album.
I was.
And it just goes so many different directions, but it all feels cohesive.
Yep,
it's all thrashy and there's such power to it.
The way that it even starts is different than what they usually do.
God, if I'm picking the least favorite, like everything on here is fucking perfect to me.
I can't really pick a least
Really?
favorite.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is the one I probably like the least, but I still fucking love it. But what...
What about Now I Lay Thee Down, gentlemen? You guys
I
like
like
that
it.
one?
I dig that one. That's a cool one too.
It's different.
Not that these are bad, but either Slanderous or maybe Aesthetics.
Slanderous was corny too.
In the whole concept of the album, those would probably be the lower spectrum, but I still fucking love them.
Everything else was so powerful, so politically charged, and it just felt so.
Yeah.
You know,
8 songs.
You know what's interesting is Now I Lay Thee Down. He's saying "Dream Over," right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always thought that I wanted to hear circa 1997 Rob, like that "Dream Over," like that.
A little more grit to it?
A little more grit to it would have been a little bit cooler for me.
Interesting.
You know, but it's still good. It's like I'm on Chopped right now. Like you made me this delicious risotto. I can't make this risotto, but I'm gonna pick it apart just because I have
Fuck
to.
a risotto is.
Yeah, I mean,
It's you like rice?
Frank Rizzo, asshole.
I'm Puerto
Open your fucking
Rican.
ears.
You gotta ask a Puerto Rican
you
thing
like-
right?
Speaking of politically charged, we're not racist on this show.
I'm Puerto Rican.
If I would assume that you like rice, you could have been like, no, man, I like those fried balls that they got at the festivals with the frog that looks like he's high all the time.
The cookie.
Yeah, I can do it. Oh my goodness. Clenching for me. Wolves is on there. Farewell to Arms. It's delicious. So delicious.
Everything.
Everything in there, I could fucking eat it
Yeah.
all day long.
Slanderous, Aesthetics of Hate. Those are my top two. That I was like, nope, can't do it. I'm telling you. Like, because last time we saw Machine Head, it was like October, that 3-hour set that I fucking lost my footing and I was out by the second song. I'll tell you what, I went and took a piss for Aesthetics of Hate. When he was doing his little intro, I'm like, yep, here we go.
Dude, we lost you after like the first 2 fucking minutes. So after that, we didn't know you left.
No, I was right off to the side. I was right in front of Phil.
This motherfucker almost slipped on a spilt bottle of water, and we didn't see him after that.
was
I'm
crazy.
out.
It was actually perfect because I was perfectly not bothered in front of Phil. Then things got a little bit more heavy. Then I would just like right off the rail and then right up against the wall. It was perfect. I had prime viewage.
Somebody try to get past us.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
I don't fucking think so.
I slipped on a
Is that
banana peel.
when the dude was like grabbing a hold of me, like he just had me? Is that what I was talking about? Like he had his dick in my back?
I think
that
so.
was
Yeah,
actually-
because
yeah.
you said his dick's imprinted in your
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
This guy, like, he's drunk out of his fucking mind, and just, God, what was he doing? Like, he was trying to get in between us, and he was just saying a bunch of stupid shit,
Yeah.
right? And like me and Ivan, I'm not a big dude. Ivan's got more strength than me, but when us together, he ain't getting through us.
We're a wall, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
we're
you.
well.
I'll put elbows in your back. I don't give a shit.
That is true. You guys were very dedicated. That was the Believer night because I remember we were jamming on Believer before we went in there.
I'm a believer.
That was a fun night. But yes, I was close enough to see all of the snide little eye rolls and uncomfortable.
I'm glad you were more
awkwardness.
attuned to that because I didn't know it was as bad.
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, I really didn't.
We were just
catch
so,
on to
like,
'cause
in-
it seemed like from where I was, it seemed like they were enjoying themselves. But
I guess we're good.
but you could say, well, I was also fighting off people as well
yeah,
too.
We're sitting here, yeah.
But,
Got dicks in our backs.
Instead of just standing there going, you know what? I see what's going on.
It's pretty funny because I remember specifically coming up to your sweaty, hot, moist mess coming up to you guys like, did you guys see all that shade? And you're like, what are you talking about, man? That was a fun night though. That was good times. Good times.
Yeah.
And we knew that this was.
I wish there were more bands that did the night with.
Yeah.
If you got a big catalog, like we mentioned this before in the past, but
Down does that a lot, or when they were around.
I'd just rather see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it sucks for new bands and fucking probably openers and shit, but especially Machine Head songs because they're fucking so long anyway for the most part.
They are. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of bored when we got towards the last couple albums here when they were playing that stuff.
But see, even then, I don't think. Aside from Bastards, I really don't. Everything else has got like a feel to it,
Yeah.
like an energy.
The music,
Yes.
all right.
Gotcha. Let's
But-
get into this. I'm excited. I want to get.
We
into
didn't
it.
even rate it.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're not even there yet.
Oh,
10.
Oh,
It's a fucking 10.
10. Ivan.
10.
I did
10, dude.
9.6.
I was also going to say that part in a Fell Out of Arms.
Yeah.
Did it, and then All that's
So
fucking
good.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That solo underneath that too,
Man.
so good. Yeah, I just went 9.6. It's
All because of aesthetics.
And slanderous.
Motherfucker.
this
What's
is-
wrong with slanderous?
Give it a
I
what?
don't like it. 9.6. That's still really fucking generous, though.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
Yeah, that's good. You know? Oh, you don't want apple pie? I'll give you cherry pie. I say, Warrant, get out of here. Here we go. The inevitable. We're starting on that trend.
Interesting.
Now. We're starting on
Interesting.
this trend. Are you ready?
Go
Onto
ahead.
the Locust, 2011.
2011. Jesus came down, and locusts happened to do stuff.
I'm gonna say it right now. That fucking dun 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 dun, the main riff for Locust. Dun 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 dun.
All right, hold on.
Do it right.
We have to translate his
Yes.
fucking mouthing for
Yes,
him.
please do. Do the main riff.
That
Right there. Stop the album, man.
That's
Best
the highlight.
riff.
I love the fucking his singing part in that, where it just breaks down right before the two guitar solos start doing their thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Faith appearing. Better than me though. How do you feel about the opening track?
Fantastic.
That's a hell of an opener.
Hell of an opener.
I love how he has all the voices and
Yeah.
all the stuff going on. I love the care he put into it.
Absolutely.
And
Now,
it builds. It really feels like a fucking ode to hell.
yeah, it does. I even now, didn't you say when this album came out that he was taking classes in classical singing
Yeah.
or
I
something
think
like
he is
that?
when he went and seen Melissa Cross.
That's crazy. And you
If
can
I'm
tell.
not, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
he was doing classical music and
And he did
guitar as well.
guitar lessons. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell, man, that song was really well put together. It was fantastic. I don't think it translated as well live, though.
And I
For that
tried
song?
out for the band.
You did. That's right.
Did
That's
you?
right.
This was This Is the End was one of the songs I had to learn. It was a fun one.
Yeah. You still waiting on that callback?
Yeah, man.
Should be any day now. I think Jared's out now.
Jared don't even know.
Yeah.
Jared doesn't even know
Where
what he's
have you
doing.
been?
Right?
I've been waiting for you all night.
Let's see. What would I say is the best song on here? I would might give it either to Locust or to I Am Hell. My least favorite is probably Pearls Before the Swine.
Oh, that's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Which one did you say was your least?
Pearls.
Pearls
Before
and
Swine.
Pearl Jam. I'll tell you right now, I Am Hell and Locust are the best. My least favorite tracks are everything else.
So you don't even like the second one.
Nope.
What's that?
Listen.
I can't think of the
Listen
name.
to me.
Oh,
Those
okay.
two songs I told you,
Yeah.
think of everything else besides those two. I don't like it.
Which songs did you like?
He likes Locust and I Am Hell.
That's it. Close it up, man. Put out an EP. Put it in
You
fucking...
don't like This Is the End?
No. Fuck no. I don't. No.
Why
This
What's
is...
what's the name of the second one? What's the second
The
song?
second song is Be Still and Know.
Yes. So
Boring.
it's got that
Dude,
Phil intro. And
that
it's got
intro,
the
man.
You know, just think of a head and think of this. That's me. You ain't getting past this brick wall. This, to me, I sat in Best Buy's parking lot back when you could buy CDs. You know CDs?
Yeah.
You could buy them?
Yeah.
I listened to
We
the
were
whole
so hyped
album.
after fucking. We were so hyped after Blackening.
Yep.
We waited 4 years for this.
That's exactly what it was. I even bought the combo pack with the T-shirt. Nope. Did not like it. I just couldn't. This is the inevitable downfall of Machine Head for me.
I don't think it is.
For
not this
me.
one.
For me.
Oh,
This one, it's definitely the lower of the Phil era.
Mm-hmm.
But
This is Zach Wilde's Black Label Society. This is Robert Flynn's Machine Head, I feel. We're getting into this era.
I feel like that for the next album.
Okay. But we're in the same ballpark, though.
General.
Ish. Yeah.
General.
I'm in the parking lot. You're inside knocking dingers. 450 go deep. That's what Ivan's doing right now. I'm excited. I'm pumped.
I'm not that into the fucking Darkness Within. Like it's got its moments, but altogether, I'm not feeling it as much.
They broke my heart. Machine Head for me broke my heart with this album. And they continue to stomp on it and squish it.
Interesting.
Maybe
I'm
it's
take a
that.
task on some things coming up.
Here's the thing. Maybe it's because Machine Head was kind of getting into the more quote unquote metal-y sound, like the metal that's popular. Maybe
How do you?
I don't know.
Explain yourself, sir.
Machine Head, after the Blackening, had a formula for most of their songs. Amazing musical capability. I'm not going to say I was kidding. Obviously, I know the certain parts that you can say, Brandon, what about that part, or whatever you want to do. But collectively, you're missing something. You're missing the point of what Machine Head is. Machine Head was that cohesive unit that would take you on this magical thrash journey, but touch on the light little parts of the singing, but still keep the fucking cock and balls to what you had. Unto the Locust album was just that generic, like, I know what's coming, and that's where I got let down.
You don't think they took a left turn? Like it just, you seem like they're treading new ground or the same ground?
No, they were at this point, I felt, were treading the same ground as what everybody else was doing.
But you gotta give me an example.
Trivium, after the Crusade for me was that, oh, you've got some real chunky riffs here, but I know where you're going with this. There was no, wow, that's crazy. I can sit here and pick apart these last 3 albums of certain songs that I thought, hey, that part was cool. Hey, that was pretty sweet. But I'm talking about as a general, I was just disappointed. In general. And I hate, and I'm not
My disappointment came few years later.
Right.
Well, that is a big gap, actually.
But look where everything was at that point. I just felt like I couldn't relate to the writing anymore. Maybe I was just getting out of it. Maybe it was because I was starting to get into more punky stuff too, and I was like, this is boring. It's predictable.
Maybe it's just something that just doesn't hit.
Yeah, and that's all it is.
It doesn't hit as hard for me, but I don't know. It's still...
Even though, we still don't know. Dude,
Yeah.
It has a solid structure to it.
As I said, there's awesome parts.
No, I mean, that whole song is structured very great.
But you don't feel like it had that, like, because after the solo, it just felt more of that, like, verse chorus thingy, and I
After
don't
the
know.
chorus, it gets pretty good.
I want to talk about something positive because now I'm feeling negative.
Negative Nancy.
I know I'm a negative Nancy. What other positive stuff do you guys want to touch on the album?
I got nothing.
The kids, man.
The kids. Oh god. That's cool though. If you're part of that, to have like your kids, like if we could all get together, like this wasted attention. Like, it'd be cool. I want to do the ratings before I get into this. I'll jump in. I'll say 5.8.
5.8.
5.8.
You think this is worse than Supercharger?
Yeah. Obviously, if the numbers don't lie.
No, because you had to think about it for a second, you fuck. You didn't know what you gave it.
6.0. So yeah, 0.2 point.
You wouldn't give it a 6.1 or 6.2. You legitimately think Supercharger is better than this album?
Obviously, I have to.
You don't have to do shit.
I do.
You're just trying to. You're trying to like.
I'm getting you. You know what I'm doing?
You're getting me riled up.
I am getting. I know how to do it.
This is fucking the Great Sun Tranquil all over again. Go back and listen to that Pantera album. Rank.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, JD just found out that we did this.
I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but we had this thing back in the day.
It's still our highest rated episode, right? Our listeners.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely on SoundCloud.
It's fun. Funsies. That was funsies.
Yeah.
What's your score?
I would give it like a 7.5.
7.5.
Same.
7.5. Okay, so you got average. What I want to say is that it was at Mayhem 20. I think it was Mayhem 2011, right? Machine Head was on. I think they headlined like the second stage, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Which show?
Mayhem. It was Mayhem 2011.
Is that the one?
I don't think so.
You were on the.
I think it was 08.
It was 08. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that too?
The show that dare not speak its name.
That was horrible.
Fucking Suicide Silence.
Horrible. So sitting there, right? Watched the show. Started playing some of the new stuff. Just not into it, but still excited to see Machine Head. In October, I was still excited to see Machine Head. They played these songs. I was bobbing my head. I'm not made of stone. Just because I'm just made of stone.
I'm not made out of bloodstone and diamonds.
No, we're not. No one is. So let's talk about this. They played their show.
Say it.
What?
Say the info.
What? I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm telling my
Okay.
story. I
All
didn't
right,
want to
fine.
be rude.
Don't leave me hanging though. I got a theme going.
I'm gonna finish. We're not gonna blues ball you here. Blue ball you here. So they played the second stage. I ended up hanging out like in the parking lot because this was still the Beyond the Pit days with Craig, right?
Mm.
What am I thinking? Interview. I want to interview somebody. Tommy Vex hooked us up. We saw him in the parking lot. Remembered me from whatever show we had met at. He goes, "Hey, I was supposed to give these passes to some girls, but you guys are real cool as me and my wife." He's like, "Here you go." I was like, what are these passes to? He goes, I don't know. Just walks away. He's like, I'll catch up with you. Super fucking hilarious, right? So Machine Head is all hanging out with a bunch of biker dudes, like out behind.
Is that where they got the look from?
I don't know. Well, not the stained white.
Can I borrow that?
They're all hanging out, having a good time. I go up because you remember how the second stages were set up. You could still see behind the rails and stuff. So we put these passes on, and like, oh no, you've got the green ones. You can't go here. You can go into the main area. It's like, okay,
whatever.
Derp, 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 you know. So we walk in, and we're in the main area behind what I think it was the Tweeter Center at this time. We walk right in. There's Rob Zombie's fucking dressing room. I'm like, oh my god. And they had like the cool, like, you know, like the race car with the guy, like how White Zombie used to have that kind of animation.
You talking about the rat fink?
That's what it is. They had that on there. I'm like, oh my god, look at it. So we see John 5 walking around, and I was like, I can't ask him for an interview because he was all done up. He had his guitar actually. So I was like, okay, we're not going to do that. So we walked around, couldn't really find anybody. Saw a couple of important faces, but you know, this is your time. Like, I know press is a specific time of the day. And especially if I'm out there trying to make a name for myself, I'm also not going to be like, hey, take my card. Can we talk? Like, you're getting ready to play. You've just played.
Were you trying to shove their card in like somebody's pocket? That's
no, but I left them around, though. I left them all around. It was the contempt demos all over again. So what I'm getting to is we went back. We actually had really, really good seats because somebody dumped their tickets on us, and we took them. So we were in the very front section right behind the pit. So really, really great. Mastodon played. It was good. And then Rob Zombie was getting ready to play, and they're bringing out all the cool shit. Because you know when you see Zombie, it doesn't matter. It's going to be
a stage show.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So my wife's wearing a Machine Head shirt, and I'm wearing a Machine Head hat. Because I like to have hats. And this guy, this older gentleman who's been drinking throughout the day, clearly, he turns around and he goes, Machine Head, huh? I was like, yeah, man. You like him? He goes... You could say I like him, and I was expecting him to be like back in 1994 or whatever.
1994, Jesus kid, yeah.
He's like, okay, see, you really know their stuff, huh? And I was like, well, yeah, you know, I like them, you know. He goes, well, you really like what's gonna happen next, and he points to the stage, and I'm like, Rob Zombie, I don't get it. And he goes, you know, Rob really likes Rob Zombie, right? And I'm like, I did not know that, but growing up in that era, being in that, I know they've played a ton of times. I'm sure there's that mutual respect.
Uh-huh.
He goes, you just wait, kids. You just wait. So he turns back around. Zombie's starting to play. They're playing their intro. And I see the guy, and he's like looking at us, and he's smiling. And he's like, like looking like this way. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's fucking Rob Flynn standing right next to him, walking up to him. He's got a backpack on. He's got a hat on. He's totally incognitus. And he's like,
Anthony Cognitus.
Yep. Gives him the, hey, man, what's up? And then the guy is like, you know, whispering in his ear, and he turns to me and my wife, and he's pointing. And so Rob goes, what's up, guys? He fucking goes over the seat that was in front of us. He goes, is this seat taken? And I'm like my jaw, like it's a...
The mask?
I'm like, you're good. I was, you want a seat, man? You can have a seat. And he looks at my wife's shirt, and he's like, nah, like, get out of here. Like, fuck those guys. You know what I mean? The most nicest fucking guy I have ever met in my entire life. He goes, you don't mind if I sit here, right? And I was like, no, dude. Like, this is fucking awesome.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
I hate your fucking stories, okay? I'm so mad because, first of all, this all happened. He got, like, a pass from Tommy Vext. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's just a normal fucking... this is just us going to the thing. We just so happen to have our Machine Head gear on, and when we're sitting behind this crazy guy who just keeps looking at us fucking overexcitedly, and then we're watching Rob Zombie, and then all of a sudden Rob Flynn comes up, and he's like, yeah... Fuck
sorry.
you, animal.
No big deal, though.
It's bullshit.
I'm sorry.
Where's all that shit for me?
It's coming. It's coming. This is what we're doing. We're going to get there.
I want, I need.
But the thing is that, in all honesty, the Tommy Vex thing, oh my God, because you're still trying to make a name for yourself, and you didn't want to be, I'm not talking to those guys, because that guy is totally fanboying over me. You have to keep that shit professional.
Still, you gave him avocados.
I gave him avocados. Sitting next to fucking Dave Mustaine, I can't say anything to this guy. I'm like shitting in my pants. That was one of the most difficult things ever, to not be like, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't take privy to that shit. When we there was one time that Craig was going to cover Black Label Society, but he didn't get it. He only got photo. Craig was real good at the whole swindling thing, like I said, getting in there to get the interviews and stuff. He literally came within like 2 feet of Zach, and he said to the bodyguard, hey man, what's the chances of me talking to him? He goes, get fucking lost. And Craig was like, well, I'm just trying to... And the guy pulled up his shirt and let him know, basically, that he's security. So these guys know. These guys know, number one, there's a lot of fucking fucked up people out there that are going to do really stupid shit, so you've got to be ready. You also know that every 2-bit fucking podcast with a bunch of jackasses who think that they have an opinion are trying to make a name for themselves. So I get why you're guarded, but that's why I always have been nothing but professional. And of course, on the inside, I'm like, you know what I mean? But like, you can't. So anyways, Rob fucking sits there for more than half of the set. I'm talking singing along with the songs. Like I remember whatever White Zombie song that is, or that devil man, call me.
Yeah.
Supercharger Heaven.
Is that what it is? Maybe that's where he got cha-cha. But I remember like my wife was singing that and he like had his arm around her, like, call me. Like he was into it.
You almost went home alone that night.
Yeah. No, I would have been with the cherry in the background, like in the seat.
Got cucked by Rob Flynn.
Yeah. I mean, I have worse things that happen, I'm sure. Why not,
Jesus.
man? Shusha. Just do the shusha to know you're done. Clean up when you're done. Oh, hell, I'm kidding. I'll clean it up. But it was one of the most like genuine experiences that the music binds us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He wasn't Rob Flynn's machine head. I'm here to perform. You could tell he was kind of leery, like when that guy was like, "Oh, these guys are big fans." He could have been like, "Fuck, I'm out," because they're gonna ask for pictures, they're gonna ask for an autograph, and I did not ask for anything because I wanted him to enjoy the show just like anybody else would have, or not called attention to it.
Yeah.
But shout out to Rob Flynn for being the most coolest fucking guy I've ever met, and I'm not rubbing it in; it's for a story because we're trying to get, it was awesome. It was really awesome. He left. He's like, like, "Hey man, take it easy, man." He goes, "Just have fun, be safe," like just genuine. That's all you want. We've met so many people that you thought would be your heroes and they're fucking dicks. We can have a whole episode on
I ain't met any of
dicks.
them.
Huh?
I ain't met any of them.
You're not missing a lot of them.
You guys can't see the stare
No.
that Animal's getting right now.
Can you save could we do an episode where we talk about dicks, or is that like
We could do whatever
defamation?
the fuck we want, dude.
To a certain extent, because that could be defamation.
It depends on if you're trying to say, hey, this dude raped this guy. I don't know why a dude would rape a guy first and foremost, but I'm just saying in general.
You went there first. But we could do that.
That's interesting. I hear your point.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want to spread the dirt out there.
If we, it depends on if it's like if it could be brought up in a legal sense, I would think, right?
Yeah, I guess because
Defamation of character, but I mean that's the internet, man.
It is. That's true.
What are you gonna do?
But internet's anonymous. We're a
We're
podcast.
still struggling to get interviews, though.
Exactly, that's true too. That's what's disappointing is that you would think about interviewing some of your all-time heroes would be amazing. You can catch them on a bad day. They just got into a fight with their wife because they're not home and the kids are acting a fucking mess. They're tired. They've been on the road all day. You know what I mean? So you could legitimately have reasons, but at the same point, it's a business from their standpoint. You have a podcast that has 2,000 listeners, but the person that interviewed you could blast you.
Yes.
Fuck that guy. We could talk off the air right now. At least 5 people that have sullied me, and I still don't even want to listen to them because I'm like, fuck you. You're a phony. You're a phony. And not just because you had a bad day, but I'm talking legitimately made you feel like fucking trash. And
I'm interested. You're gonna tell me after.
We will. But I'll tell you though, the media is that double-edged sword. They could make or break. Not so much anymore because everybody can put out their own stuff.
Yeah.
But I've been disappointed many a time. Bloodstone and Diamonds, 2014.
2014. Jesus came down. It was red.
I'm just gonna let you guys start it.
I like this better than fucking Locust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Why?
Killers and Kings.
That's a pretty killer song.
That one's fucking awesome. I like Now We Die, I think is a good song. Fucking I should bring these goddamn things up. Tell Me Night of Long Knives isn't a good song.
Musically, it's interesting.
They got riffs on this album. Like more towards the animal effect towards the end of it. I'll give you that.
Right.
But I'm trying to think. Game Over, I think, is a cool song. I think fucking
Damn it.
what else? I'm trying to think of this song.
Imaginal Cells is interesting.
Imaginal Cells is just realize. Fucking 2014. Little bit more interesting of a concept, but fuck. What's the trippy one? God damn it, I can't.
Was it Sail to the Black or is Eyes of the Dead?
No, the one after Eyes of the Dead.
Beneath the Silt.
Yes, that one's a cool fucking tune. What's number 3?
Number 3 is Ghost Will Haunt My Bones.
Ghost Will Haunt My Bones. Fucking awesome. I love that shit.
Ghost Will Haunt My Boners.
I would say
That one's got a pretty cool intro.
yeah.
Yeah.
My least favorite's probably Damage Within or Damage Inside or something. I just don't see why that has to be on the album.
Damage Inside.
Yeah, that's a McLean song though.
For me not really liking this album, I had 3 different copies. The first one got all scratched up. The second one I bought, it was my main one. But then they had like a cool like steelbook one that I bought too that had like a DVD with it.
I like steel. You know how I like steelbooks.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it feels it's the same route for me. Unfortunately, I can
seem like what?
The same route for me. Like as Unto the Locust, we're kind of going into that.
Okay. This was the album that I was saying was the beginning.
Okay, so now you're caught up with me. We're like,
yeah. But there are a bunch of songs in here I did enjoy. This is probably my least listened to. Oh, well, not including, but out of the ones that we've spoken of up to this point, this was my least listened to one. But I'm going to listen to it a lot more though because it is.
How many songs are on there? Like 12 or 13?
1, 2. Oh, he's counting already.
12. Unless 12. I skipped one.
I could say this could be like another 8 or 9 track album.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're definitely right.
You know what I mean?
Trimmed it down. I think what it is that Machine Head at this point had established a new sound for them, and I just wasn't on board with it. It didn't hit me, like you said. I felt like the olden days. You know what I mean? It couldn't have gotten much higher than the Blackening. I think that's all it was for me. Yeah. You topped me out. Like, you rode me until I splooged. You tried going again, like still a little bit.
Your dick's a little too sensitive still?
A little too sensitive.
So mostly just hurts now?
It does. It does. It's more watery. It's like little dust, you know?
Nuts starting to get sticky.
Yep. I don't know. It's just, we're tapped out, man. I'm tapped out. That's it for me.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I think if you cut out maybe 2 or 3 of these songs, man, it's a solid album straight through.
Okay.
I think it would be second place if it didn't have some of the.
It's riffy.
Some of the stuff. Yeah, it is riffy. It's super polished too. I don't know if you guys thought this way, but I felt that like it was more clean than Unto the Locust.
Never. I don't know. Like I never had a problem with Machine Head recording, so.
Yeah. It just sounds like a little bit more clear.
The recordings were solid as fuck.
Oh, Unto the Locust was like a little bit more gritty for me. I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. Shit on
gritty,
me.
Huh?
Yeah. 4.7.
4.7. 4.7. So
Really?
you think this is worse than Supercharger and Burning Red?
Numbers prove it. Don't go through this again with me.
Dude, I will fucking bring it up every goddamn time because you're just out of your fucking mind. Killers and Kings alone is better than both of those 2 albums combined.
It's if it's a good song if you like what Machine Head turned into at this point.
So are you saying this is your Aesthetics of Hate of this album?
Probably. Everything after Blackening is Aesthetics of Hate. I absolutely love what it was up until this.
See, for me, probably the thing that works best for me is probably his vocals. I feel like he's way more melodic on this in certain aspects. That's probably why I like Ghost Will Haunt My Bones so much because it's that trippy, like, let me see this. I like that shit. I like even Into the Flood or In Comes the Flood. You know, there's something that works on it for me on that song. Fucking Beneath the Silt, that trippy, like even when he vocalizes the harmony with it.
It's nice. He really stepped his game up. I think as far as
even I know you cringed at fucking Game Over.
Yeah.
You can speak your piece in a fucking second, but his vocals on that, he's really pushing what he can do nowadays.
That's true.
I feel.
I'll give you that. I think if anything, Rob's vocal ability really started to shine after the Blackening. He became that polished instrument too.
And I'm wondering if maybe this is my favorite Rob Flynn vocal performance album.
Did anybody mention In Comes the Flood?
Yeah, he just did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought I heard that. That singing part right there toward the end. I'm listening to it right now. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Came prepared. Dude's got headphones inside of headphones.
Yeah, I do.
He's cheating. Get him! Kill him!
That's why I had to recap. Make sure you're still on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, Damage Inside, Take Me Through the Flames, I don't really care about. You could probably get rid of Sail Into the Black. I don't mind Sail Into the Black, but maybe it should have been 2 minutes shorter than it is. I don't mind being long and going somewhere with it, but maybe take a verse or 2 out.
See, that's the thing. It became lengthy. It became just what you think it would be. And that's what it is. I'm shitting on this, But I know from a musical standpoint, it's fantastic. Even talking about Rob, he really took those classes, whatever he did his research and made his voice more of a prominent part. Machine Head really came into play popularity-wise after the Blackening. During the Blackening and after, obviously. They became one of those big heavy hitters. I just couldn't jump on the train with it. Maybe it's the Type O effect for me, where it was that kind of more, very still popular, but not that huge thing that it became. It was still kind of more that isolated, more edgy. I don't know. But then also I kind of got out of the heavy metal scene for a while too. But honest to God, I sat here and I gave it a college try. When I knew that we were going to be doing this, I sat and I listened to all these albums and I was just really not happy. That's all it comes down to. And for those reasons, you've been chopped.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Have a good night.
See you guys. Don't worry, Harry. I'll get him.
This is what I've been waiting for. Or no, let's do your fucking little ranks here.
I did my shit. Did you guys talk about the shit you liked, didn't like? Your favorite, didn't favorite?
Okay, well, even though I've probably listened to this one not that much, and honestly, when the new one came out, and I was like looking back and stuff, I was like, shit, I kind of forgot about this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's riffy as fuck. Like I skimmed through it again, and then like I like it. I gotta listen to it a little bit more. That In Comes the Flood, I think that one's like put together really well. And I don't have one that I don't like would say that I would hate. I couldn't remember what Eyes of the Dead was, but even that one,
Yeah, that's one I would take out.
like, even then, I still kind of like it because I just got to that part. I just clicked on it. It's like, that shit's cool, man. I don't know. I'd go ahead and give this one a 7. If I listen to it more, maybe I would give it that 8. Because I do like the riffs in it.
Did you like anything on this?
I really like Beneath the Silt.
Okay.
That was my favorite, easily. It was the first track I heard, and it was just kind of like, whoop, that's it. That's what grabbed you. You know, it was fucking, like you said, it's trippy. It's just kind of more reminiscent of what Machine Head was for me.
That song reminds me of something that Mushroom Head would make.
I get that.
The riff.
Yep.
Because it's kind of like,
yeah.
Oh shit, what's that Machine Head song or Mushroom Head song? Do 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 do
Oh.
do 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 is off 13.
Yep.
This can't be so.
So good. Why aren't we doing a Mushroom Head?
This
fucking
rip reminds me
podcast?
of one of that song.
I guess we'll have to.
That's it, Mushroom Head.
You know how I
man.
feel about Mushroom Head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised we haven't done it yet.
J-Man. Shout out, J-Man. Only one left.
Send an avocado to J-Man.
No.
See if we get him on.
Who's
There's
up in there
3
now?
originals.
Is
in
there?
Yeah. Stitch.
Stitch is gone, baby.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Stitch is gone.
Every time he's so sure, he then
No.
follows up with, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
The
allegedly.
the dude that always wore the headphones.
Yeah. The drummer, the main guy.
No, that's not the drummer. That's
Oh.
Skinny.
Skinny.
Still,
That's right. That's right, because
And
there
he's
was
still
there
in
was
the band.
Lilo. Lilo's gone. Stitch is still there.
Leland's-
Ohana. Ohana's family. Shout out. Such a good movie. Shout out to Lilo and Stitch. I saw they were just around. I think they were playing with ICP for a tour and Attila.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
from
yeah.
ICP.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the Forge and Joliet showed like a picture of the Fago shipment that they had. It was
Jesus.
ridiculous.
They were on that tour bus thingy.
Yeah, that's right.
The
Pretty
chick was
sure,
giving
yep.
them a tour, and they're like, when you're on the tour with, you know, ICP, gotta have the Fago.
Yep.
She pulled out Fago.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that. Shout out to Digital Tour Bus. It is like one of the most interesting, unique ideas that I've seen in a long time.
It's a good way to get on the bus.
The guy's super cool too. Super fucking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we would always, because he was Chicago publication, so he would always be around hanging out at the same time. Like, oh, you're up. But we would always have to go first because he would do like the shots of the outside and then on the inside. So he'd be in there forever. But I forgot. I think it was Justin. I'm sorry if I'm getting it messed up. He's super nice. Need to talk to that guy. He's cool.
Maybe he could do our videos.
Hey-oh.
There's a joke there?
I don't know.
I was offering him a job.
Because he's like, that page is like so successful.
She's like, I don't need you.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
was gonna say,
how's your 8
It's like,
subscribers
I don't got
doing?
time for you guys.
Yeah, you know who we have time for? Each of our 8 subscribers, because we love each and every one of you.
right.
That's right.
I'm gonna let you take the reins on introducing this next one.
I don't think we should.
We should keep it clean, keep it in the middle, but give me you do what you need to do.
Did everybody give their ratings on Bloodstone?
He said 4.7.
Yep.
I'm going to give it 8.6.
Okay, I didn't think we got his yet.
Oh, 8.6. Really?
I told you it's my favorite Rob.
You did.
Now, like I said, altogether, take a couple out. But
What did you give Burn My Eyes? It's 8.8.
I think I give it an 8. I said 8 or 8.5. It depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah, see, we can play. Two people can play this game.
I said that I would probably give that one an 8 if I listened to it more.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you see how this works? Motherfucker, I can
I know
rate
how
things
you
too.
now feel.
Do you?
I feel disappointed.
Yeah. Explain yourself, sir. I did.
Jesus Christ, come on.
That's even one hair above fucking ashes.
One cunt hair. You know, old people say cunt hair a lot. Like my family, like the males and that side. Yeah, you need to just move this one thing, one cunt hair. That's so gross. You're gross, sir. Catharsis, Ivan's favorite album. Let's go.
Man,
2018. Jesus came down.
This album, dude. Okay, in a past episode, I don't remember if it actually got on it or if it was cut, but you mentioned something about like Rob was always political.
Mm-hmm.
That I'll give it. When you're giving your opinion. When you give your opinion about something, it's perfectly fine. And I'm down with that because everybody's free to give their own opinion. But when you take your opinion and try to turn it to a fact, I have a problem with that. A lot of his shit that he was saying, specifically in one particular song that I don't even know the name of it because I care less, to be perfectly honest. Okay, well, hold on. Let me say this. Music-wise, there are some killer songs on there. Musically.
Agreed.
I could get down, and I will nod my head at the shows. But the things that he's saying, especially about the NRA, how they're fear-mongering and all that stuff, completely false.
Yeah.
And that is something that people need to hear, too, because everybody hear the NRA thinking, oh, okay, they push for this, and, like, you know, they try to put fear into people. Completely opposite.
So if you're going to get what you're trying to get to is when you're going to do an album that's political, you're going to have to make sure that your shit's straight fact, not just your strict opinion.
If they're going to say something that's a fact, make sure that it is a fact.
Okay.
If you give your opinion about something, cool.
So the NRA, though, fear-mongering, and I don't agree with that, so I'm going to put that out there right now, though. But with him saying that, though, but that's his opinion.
No.
The NRA trying to scare me.
Because even the media and all that stuff are saying that the NRA are fear mongers. They don't put out anything that even like tries to put fear into people. You know what I mean? They're there to make sure that we have our Second Amendment rights.
Right.
They're there to make sure that that we have our freedom. The ones that are putting the fear in it are the people that's saying the stuff about all the about the NRA. He's not stating his opinion. He doesn't say, I feel like they're fear-mongering. He didn't say, I think I wrote it down. No, I just wrote pretty much what I said. But he doesn't say, I feel like they're fear-mongering. He said they are fear-mongering. The way he said it, he's saying they are.
This is a slippery slope. I'm gonna jump in on the Ivan train. This album for me was not for me. A lot of the things Rob says, I get what he's saying, but there's a lot of shit that I'm like, nah, I could have.
And it seemed like he's hopping on the boat, like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of hypocritical for me to be like so anti this album because for me, I feel it was like very anti-government, anti-whatever, and that's all the punk music scene is. And I really like the punk music scene, obviously, and the opinions are kind of what drive it because you can't see. Now here's the problem. I get real stressed out when my bands get too political because I'm listening to music to escape that. But then you have that little roundabout where, hey, this is our art and we're frustrated and we want to see a change. That's where I feel punk has it over metal. That's like the way that it's like. It's just,
Punk's always been about anarchy, though, man.
Yeah,
it's kind of like their forte.
Respectable anarchy. I disagree, but we will be in bed by 10 because we don't like to fight. it's no shock that Rob came out on this full steam ahead. California guy jumping in with the whole giant liberalism thing. When he's talking shit about the NRA, I don't see... Now, you're more versed in this than anybody at this table. Like, okay, so what about the stuff that, like, the NRA was funding politicians secretly to have them to make sure to vote more strict on, like, not increasing, like, gun laws and
I
stuff?
don't know who they did, fund.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does it.
True. That's true.
There's all companies
Yeah.
and all people, funds things if it's in their favor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's even knife companies that funded, or actually there's even gun companies that funded Democratic parties because they saw benefit to what they believed in.
I don't know, man. Catharsis, dude. For me, it was just all about that opening song. That was the
Catharsis
best.
sucks.
The song or the album?
The song.
The album.
Is that the name of the song, the first track?
No, there's
Volatile.
Volatile.
I like Volatile.
I like Volatile. I like Catharsis.
Beyond the
What's
Pale?
number Beyond the Pale is all right.
No.
It's not a bad song.
It's all right.
California Bleeding, it's got some good riffs. I'm not like entirely sold on... Well, you know how I just said Bloodstone's probably my favorite Rob? This is probably my least favorite Rob vocally.
Yeah.
Because I think it's like the least exciting.
Yeah.
He's just trying to fit words into
I get
spaces.
that. Yeah.
It's not so much about a flow or a pattern, but
Hmm.
there's Screaming at the Sun's pretty good. I like the slow one, that acoustic one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Beyond the Mask, I think.
Yeah.
And even that creepy ass one that starts with the fucking I forget how I described it before, but Heavy Lies the Crown.
Yeah.
I even like that song. I think that song is kind of cool when all is said and done.
I just, I don't know, man. Just didn't tickle me.
Obviously, least favorite's probably Bastards. I'm not into that style of music.
Yeah.
I think Eulogy is a cooler version of what that song is.
I get that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes
'Cause
sense.
It uses the same fucking chorus and stuff.
I get that.
But yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I said, this is another thing where you don't need that many fucking songs
No.
on it. Take out about 5 at least.
Mm-hmm.
You got a solid album.
I just don't think he needed this album.
Maybe don't be so straightforward. Maybe you leave it open for interpretation.
Yeah, but that's like I said, that's the
like
slippery
they
slope.
normally would do.
That's why punk exists, man. You don't tell me how to tell your opinion. You imagine going up to Henry Rollins in those shorts and telling him, "Hey, fuck you in your shorts." He roundhouse kicks you. We need to get Henry Rollins
Dude's
on
the
the
man.
show. What is he doing?
He's traveling everywhere.
He is spoken word tour.
No, he goes all around the world.
Does he?
Yeah.
Fighting around the world.
Fighting around the world.
I don't know, guys.
You go fucking first, because I think we already went through this shit once.
4.
Oh, the rating? Oh, I think I gave it like a 6.5.
Let me see what I rate.
Ivan's like, what's another equivalent
Right
of
now, I'm
0?
gonna 0. but
Zero some.
I'll give it its fair.
I'm really hoping that he just still comes back and says 0. You know what I mean? Like,
What?
I said, I'm really just hoping you still come back and say 0, like making it seem like we're waiting on the long haul here.
Wait, hold on. 0. No. I seriously didn't fucking tally up my thing because it sucked that bad. Oh, okay. I'll give it a 3 because the riffs, it still
Got
has
it.
some decent shit on there.
So do you
Mind
want
you, I said decent shit.
to say your top? Just go in order like a quick sum.
Quick sum of Machine
sum
Head
up?
discography? Absolutely.
Since your number one wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Right. What are we doing? Top 3? Top 4?
Sure. Top 3 or 4. Let's
Top
do
3,
4.
baby. We are going with Burn My Eyes, The More Things Change, and The Blackening. That's Jerry's final thought.
All right.
That was in order?
Yeah. Was that in order? You said
No, it wasn't in order.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I guess we'll have to do The More Things Change,
number 1.
number 1. The next one will be The Blackening, and then Burn My Eyes.
Nice. That's good.
What about
Good
you?
Stuff. I would say Blackening, obviously. Number 1. I was trying to think of what would fall in number 2. I think I'm going to go with More Things Change. Yeah.
Solid choice.
I do think that one's awesome. Then I think number 3 depends on if I want to give it to Ashes or Bloodstone. And I gotta stick with Bloodstone. I gotta be consistent here.
Okay. Ivan, you next. Spoil my night, baby.
Okay,
Spoil my
obviously,
night.
people know what number 1 is, the blackening.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would say the more things change and burn my eyes.
Fantastic. There you go. If anybody hasn't listened, if you get Machine Head fans that are newer, go back and listen to the old stuff. If you got old school fans like me who are fucking better, give it that chance. Just don't go, it fucking sucks. Do what I did. Listen to each album and try and take it in.
Yeah.
Respectable band, a bunch of fucking great guys. They're coming out on the Burn My Eyes tour in Europe. Hopefully, as we have said, like the last 9 podcasts, we are praying for a U.S. tour. We will fucking be there, and we'll be head walking, all that fun stuff, old school style.
Yeah, hell yeah.
As always, we appreciate everybody listening in. Please like, subscribe, comment. If we've offended you,
rate and review.
Hit that
notification bell.
That's right. If we have offended,
corrections, comments, concerns, wasted attention at Gmail.
Yes, all that stuff.
I think that's all our bases, gentlemen.
That's it. That's it.
Got anything?
What do
you guys want to come up with?
You know what? I'm going to say it right now. Unless anybody's got something, I say we do Mushroom Head next.
Album or discography?
Discography.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here.
Boom.
Boom. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
1994.
You know what was a really disappointing experience?
What's that?
Fozzy.
Jericho?
Yeah.
Or did you talk specifically to Jericho or somebody in Fozzy?
I'm getting. It was supposed to be with Jericho. Okay.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to say this. They played at Stager's, Another Hole in the Wall.
Oh yeah, I played there.
Yeah, you did. Metaphysical. Shout out, right?
Oh yeah.
Whoop whoop.
So.
Shout out to Gone Awry.
Whoop. Yeah, that's right.
Video recently. It's fucking awesome.
We should share that on the page. We should share that for them.
Yeah,
yeah. Help get it out there.
Facebook guy and social media.
So solid. That fucking song is solid. Had everything set up. I always kind of go for the off shows and the smaller venues because the press isn't going to be out that far, and especially being Stager, you're not going to have those big Chicago publications driving all the way out there. And it was also like during like a weekday. It was in the winter, whatever. Was told, yep, you get Chris Jericho. You get him for 10 minutes. He's extremely busy. I had all these things that, what they wanted us to cover. I'll do whatever you want me to do just to get in front of this guy. Mm-hmm. They asked, hey, because in our little thing at the bottom of our emails, we say if there's any special requests that are more Chicago-based, we're more than willing to provide. If it's an IPA, if it's a bag of fucking Gators popcorn, whatever it is, I want you to feel what we have here because this is the greatest fucking city and area in the world to me.
Fucking hate the city.
Jesus Christ. Shit all over this.
I'm a country guy, man.
There's enough country. Just go south of Lake County. You're fine. But you still have our culture-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, so they said, hey, all we're asking for is a bottle of Grey Goose. Okay, it's not Chicago, but I'll give it to you. You're giving me Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's giving me plenty of good memories, right? So I go out to Costco, and obviously it's all the same alcohol, just branded differently, right? Mm-hmm. I could have bought a bottle of Grey Goose that was, decent size for $50, or I can get the Kirkland version of the same fucking thing that was $30. So we're talking like a huge fucking bottle of alcohol. Mm-hmm. Buy it, not a problem. The day of, Chris is busy. You're going to get bumped. You're going to talk to the guitar player. That's fine. You still will get to be in the presence of Chris. That's fine. Just grateful for the opportunity. That's what you have to say. If anybody's listening, that's a publicist. Get to the venue. Fucking snow, traffic, whatever. Get there. They're all doing their meet and greet. Hey, man, you're going to get bumped. We're about 45 minutes behind. You can stand right here. Okay, standing with this bottle, that fucking cold bottle, that freezing, you know what I mean? Sitting there, and I had John with me too. I had John, and I want to say Patrick. I'm not sure. I don't think Patrick was there. So we're sitting there in the meet and greet. About 20 minutes rolls over. The tour manager keeps coming up. Hey, man, I'm the TM. You guys are next. Just, we thank you so much. Super fucking cool people, right? Chris keeps like looking over because the guy had told him who we are. Like, hey, a couple minutes. And I get it. These people paid a lot of money to come in and meet them. It's Chris Jericho. You're going to pay a lot of money. I'd go to any con and pay money to meet him. Probably not more than 40, but I think
I'd be the guy hanging out across the aisle and going,
that's me. About 5 minutes later, TM comes up. Hey, we're going to have to cut you. Oh, okay. They were running over on time. The first band was about to start playing. I said, hey, I get it. Is there a way that we could do this after the show? Could we do it on the bus? Could we do it in anywhere?
Good fucking luck on the bus.
Yep. No, man, we're going to have to bump you. But I am going to take that bottle, though.
I was like, the fuck you are?
I was like, well, I would really like to try and at least get a picture or a quote of any circumstance.
I'd have shoved that. I would have took my pants down and shoved it straight up my ass,
Go
like about
this,
3 inches. Like, here
right
you go.
when the guy will reach for it.
Oh man,
So-
you bumped
gotta
my
go.
hand, sir. I
Yeah.
couldn't. I had
Go,
it. I had it.
boom.
Yep. So the
Dude, I
guy's
was-
like, I'm really trying here with you guys. And I was not in any way, oh, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Professionally.
You're
keep
like
it
the
going.
fucking. You're like Coach Klein, like in The Waterboy, where the dude stealing his fucking notebook is just like, I'm gonna have this here notebook, and he's just like, but I wrote the plays,
Right.
and you just see it slowly slipping out of your hand.
That's exactly.
God
I
damn
was so. My pupils just dilated. Like, are you kidding me? You wasted all this time waiting. So he goes back over to talk to the members of the band, and he's like kind of pointing back. You know what I mean? And I see them go, looking at the watch. Nope. So before the guy turns around, me and John were like, let's bounce. We just left with the alcohol, and that was it.
Oh, you kept it?
I kept it. Fuck
Okay.
yeah. I went to Costco, returned it. I didn't know that you could return alcohol. It was just for an in-store credit. I got the 6-pack of muffins where you buy one, get one free. I got those veggie straws, and also I think like a thing of salmon for that amount of money. It was really good. Costco's got great deals. We can talk Costco all day. But what I'm saying is that you think you're going into this and you're going to meet these people and you're going to have that great interview. You're going to have that great experience. I can bring to the table what this other, interviewer podcast can't. But sometimes you make those giant leaps and you can't get anywhere near them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a shame.
Okay, but do you think if you would have actually got the Grey Goose?
Ooh,
I don't know.
it's a fair question.
It's a good question. But you know what?
Like, that shit is not what we fucking asked for. I wanted my Grey Goose.
You know what, man?
Fuck that guy.
Take the label off.
Dude, I'm
Shasta.
just saying, if it was Van Halen and you didn't separate those fucking brown M&Ms, you ain't. Nuh-uh.
Could be. I've never looked back on that experience and thought that maybe, but
Now you're recapping.
I'm recapping.
It's only Fozzy, dude.
I know, but it would have been a cool interview. They said that we had full creativity. They said that as long as for 50% of the interview we talked the new album, you can talk anything else. So that's
Did
why
you
I brought
call
John.
him Chris?
No, I didn't even get anywhere near him. He was just like, hey, you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
when you're talking to the guy,
I don't think
like, can I
so.
talk to Chris?
Maybe I probably did. You
Is
can
he still
replay
going
it.
by Mongoose McQueen?
Oh, I don't know. Was it during that time?
He was calling himself Mongoose McQueen for a while.
That's true. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But he seemed really
Mongoose
friendly.
wanted the Grey Goose. God damn it!
It's a business. I get it. At the end of the day, I understand the fans come first. That's all it is. These people paid probably $50 on top of their ticket. But that sucked. So it's not even like really like a dick story. That just is like, son of a bitch.
It's a that sucks story.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That sucked.
That sucked.
It's not like he's shit in your hand.
Well, that's true. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do every week. We'll do one interesting
Story
story.
time with
until
the animal.
Yep. Hopefully by that time we'll get something else, some interview set up. Bloodstone and Diamonds, 2014.